Yo, yo, yo. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? Hope everybody's having a good day today. I hope and pray everybody's having a good day. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see all we got over here. Okay. Close some of this stuff down on the computer. Got two or three screens going. Let's see. Got one more screen I need to get up. Yeah, let's get that up there over there. Yeah. Yeah. All right now. All right. Go full screen over there. All right, what's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? We in the building today. Today is a kind of exciting day. We get to talk about some of these guys that are on the list. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me see here. See what we got here. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Let's see. We're going to talk about these athletes. Basically, here's these boys. They are athletes. We'll start with them, and then we'll end with safeties. Athletes. I'm excited about those guys because these are guys that played, multiple positions, across the board. These are guys that could be playing, uh, they could definitely be playing more than just you know running back, safety, linebacker. But these are guys that have shown throughout their high school career that they can play multiple positions. A few other guys that probably could have been on this list. Eddie Kelly could have been on this list because he's played offense and defense. But these are some guys, man. Some other names you probably won't know because that's the only problem with being an athlete. Sometimes you don't get recruited as much because you haven't had the opportunity to showcase all your skills, unlike everybody else. When you have one spot, when you have more than one spot, sometimes it's almost detrimental to you. But these are the guys that every team needs guys like this that help the team win. Guys that are multiple, interchangeable, and all that good stuff. So, hey, without further ado, we're gonna get this thing started. Number 10, athlete Josiah Carter from Seminole High School. Most of you guys don't know Josiah. He played tight end for them. He can catch the ball, very athletic. Personally, I put him as an athlete because I personally think, he's going to be a linebacker on the next level. Uh, I've seen him move. I've seen him do the things that he needs to do in 7-on-7. 7-0 is loaded. So, sometimes, as coaches, they got to get the athletes on the field. That's one of the reasons why Coach Lodge and were champions because, those kids bought in and they were able to, play multiple positions. But Josiah Carter, he fits the mold. He's about 6'2", 240. Looks like a man child. Still baby face, so he might grow even more. Great kid too, by the way. I know y'all hear me saying that, but I can honestly say this 22 class is a good group of kids. They really are. Number 9, Rocky Rudolph. Rocky is definitely one of the better athletes, in Central Florida. He's always, you know, I don't think he's ever been anywhere where they really use his full potential. He was very young at Wakaba when he was there. And then Rocky had one of those real growth spurts. Rocky went from about 5'9" to 6'3" and a half. So that just made him more dynamic of what he does. He can catch the ball and he plays at West Orange. Uh, he'll definitely play wide receiver. But I personally believe, and I'm just saying this and put it mark it down. If Rocky Rudolph decides to play corner, Rocky Rudolph gonna make him some money. He'll be in the league. I guarantee you. If he decides to play corner, because everybody's looking for that 6'3" corner that can run, and Rocky definitely has that ability. Reminds me of my little cousin Trey Flowers, who starts for Seattle Seahawks. I really think that Rocky is athletic like Trey was, can run, and he still ain't gonna be the best athlete. His sister, Sadasia, is like the best athlete ever. I mean, I ever seen. She was the first team All State in girls basketball. She was Player of the Year in basketball and Player of the Year in flag football. Wakaba went to the state semifinals, and to this day, I still say she was the best player I seen play football. If she'd have played for them on their football team, they probably would have won state because she could have held down the safety spot. Her and Brandon, this is Pitt, but. But Rocky's a real talented little kid. And once again, another good young man. Shout out to his mom. She does a tremendous job, with all her children. We got to give moms credit. I know I've been giving pops a lot of credit on here, but there's a lot of moms that do a good job as well. Same thing for Josiah's mom. And speaking of moms, the next athlete, Caleb Evans. Caleb is, not the tallest guy. He might be about 5'7", but I promise you, he's the fastest guy. I know I said somebody else, man, that yeah, I forgot who it was that could ride too. But I would like to see Caleb in an all-out race with any of these boys. Caleb ran a 4.3 laser. He plays baseball. He's a hell of an athlete, smart kid. Mom works at Bethune Cookman as a professor. And she's a spitfire herself. But she does a lot for her son. Brings a lot of energy. And he's real laid back. But he's very fiery. He's another kid that can play multiple positions on the football field, baseball. You know, uh, Track. That's what I say. When I use the term athlete, that means that you can do more than just one thing, and he's definitely one of those kind of kids. I appreciate his mom as well for all she's done to help him to get to this point. Number seven, Anthony Joseph. Uh, Anthony Joseph is probably I would say on this list, he's definitely the most underrated because he's been very productive for Apopka. I don't know what happened, but he kind of fell off where they weren't using him at running back. He's at West Orange now. I expect him to play running back and linebacker. He's another kid that looked the part. Like I had to tell him, I saw him the other day, and I told him, man, uh, keep your shirt on. Don't be embarrassing us old boys by taking off your shirt like that. And boys ripped up. He looked real good out there. Big, strong, physical, can run. I think he's going to shock a few people this year. I know he'll be playing somebody's football on Saturday. And most of these guys, I'm pretty sure in his athletic part, they will be playing somebody's school on Saturday. Uh, Next up, one thing also, he's from APK, so he's tough. Next up, JoJo Walker from Lake Mineola. JoJo is very athletic. When he was 11, he was the fastest kid in the country, won the AAU Nationals. So of course, he has speed. Another kid that plays baseball. Uh, he might even not play football this year. Might just play baseball. He's that good. He's out there at Lake Mineola with Coach Bankstem. I didn't see him at the Elite 100. I don't know if he's still playing, but he could take the top off of anything. And I think now they got him playing a little safety too. So he's another kid that is very explosive, looks the part. Uh, Hopefully, probably didn't get to go to camps, and that kind of hurt him. Because he's a kid that going to camps would have definitely, because most of these kids, if they could just get to camps, they're going to be seen because they're real athletic. Um, Next up is Dr. Phillips Jaden Taylor. JT is what we call him. JT is, very athletic, big boy. Want to be a running back, bad. Want to be a wide receiver, bad. But if he ever break down and is going to be a linebacker, he gonna make him some money. JT has been probably since I've known him the biggest kid in the class. Looks the part. Uh, Definitely, good kid can bring the pain. The biggest problem is he is pretty good at all those other positions, but I think the linebacker is his natural position, and he's over there with the linebacker guru and Coach Wells. So hopefully, he takes the time to develop and to listen to Coach Wells so he can get better. Uh, Next up on the back on yeah, he can move. Next up on this thing is speaking of moving, since you brought that up, is Javen Robinson. Now Javen is another kid that ran a 4.3 laser. I would love to see him and Caleb race it up. Javen is another kid. You know, uh, Apopka for whatever reason it didn't work out for him over there, but he came and did 7 on 7 with us, and then he went took him on my bus trip and he got like 7 8 offers. Ran fast, which is always a good thing. Ran like some 4.3, so of course that's going to catch coach's eyes. But more importantly, when it came time for him to showcase what he could do on defense, he locked it down. And he was another kid that uh, I have a few of these kids that I was telling him, I was like, man, he's a good wide receiver, but he's a great corner. And I kept telling him, man, you got to play corner, you got to play corner. So at 7 on 7, he dropped the ball. So I was like, look, man, I'm telling you that we had a corner guy. I said, man, go over there, you can play corner. The man had 2 pick sixes. So, and then he came in and said, I think I could play corner. I'm like, man, I've been knowing he could. He's a kid that if he had probably played corner from the start, he would probably be so highly ranked, it'd be ridiculous. But uh, but it don't matter because like he still has Power Five offers, and that's what I tell kids: when you put it down, it's undeniable. The coaches got to see it. Uh, Next up to me, this kid here, man. He's another kid, boy. It took him forever to get over the defense side of the ball, but he's on the defense side of the ball, and it's kind of hard to tell a kid he need to play defense when he rushes for 345 and 5 touchdowns in a game. It's hard, I'm telling you. But I saw this kid coming in 7 on 7 when he's in ninth grade. Uh, and tried my best to get him to come, but he couldn't come back out. He's probably one of the better athletes. He does it on for that Stephen Sparrow from Jones High School. Stephen, is one of the better kids as far as athletically out there. He could probably play, running back, wide receiver, safety, linebacker. He does it all. So that's what, to make this athlete side, you're gonna have to be either a guy that does everything or you play multiple sports. And Steven is one of the guys. He's a utility guy. He does everything, and he does everything well. So I definitely expect him to be playing. I expect his stock to go up. He's moved on that defense side of the ball, and he's going to give guys problems. And I'm looking forward to seeing him against Seminole. They'll play next Thursday at Jones High. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, in that matchup. And last but certainly not least, you know how we do it over here. I make sure that the number one guy, you get a tidbit of his film while we talking about him a little bit. So let me go ahead and pull him down so you can see who it is. Uh, let's go. I think that's him there. Yeah, that's him there. All right. So let's get it started. Let's get it popping, cracking. This is Mr. Let me go back to here. I'll let him tell you his name. This here is Mr. And I guess his name doesn't pop up, but this is Mr. Jeremiah Sims. Uh, as you see, he's doing his thing. Not Jeremiah, Jeremiah Conley, excuse me. Uh, this kid here, man, is probably definitely one of the more athletic kids out there. Does a little bit of everything. Could play corner, could play, every position on the field. To be honest, his only thing that's holding him back is that he's not the tallest kid, but pound for pound, I would take that kid against anybody out there. He just makes plays. You know, this is, this is freshman film. I'm looking at this. I don't even think he's updated his. Yeah, this is freshman film. So I'm telling you, he's a kid that even as a freshman, you could see that he had a lot going on. He could play multiple positions. I saw him last year make a tremendous play from the defense side of the ball. Uh, you know, uh, the kid can play, and I look forward to seeing him do more and more things as his time goes on. So that takes care of the athletes. Some coach should give, before I say this, some coach should give Jeremiah a chance. I mean, I hear coaches, tripping on his height, but man, I swear, I don't know too many football players good as him. He's been good since he was in little league. That's normally not the case, and I guess he has all his plays mixed up in here. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, I knew it was freshman film, but he got all of them up in there. Tell you, this boy is a straight problem. When you get a chance, Google him, Jeremiah Conley, Connelly. His older brother was a star at Edgewater. For me, out of all these kids that have come out of Edgewater, and I love them all, he definitely was the glue. He's the guy that did a little bit of everything and makes things happen. If you can't stop him, then you're gonna be in for a long day. All right. So now we didn't got through those guys. Now we finna go talk about some other guys out there. Let me get those guys situated for you real quick. Let's see here. We're going to go to the safeties. You know, they also are good athletes. I think that everybody knows that the safeties are probably one of the better athletes as well. One of the things about the safeties that I can say is, they also can play multiple positions for the most part. You got to be pretty athletic to be back there. You got to be able to hit, got to be able to cover. There's so much that can be done. And to be honest, Central Florida has a whole bunch of good safeties. At the top of the list, man, once I get to three, four, three, probably three, two, one, you could probably put them in any order, to be honest. Those guys are like that. It's not a clear cut one. Once again, I sent the film off. So this is, and like I told guys, hey, man, don't look at the names, don't look at the rankings. Just tell me, what you like of them as far as a football player ranking like that. And that's what they did. So here we go. Number 10. safety Ken Rickerson. Ken played at another school last year, but now he's at Mainland. Mainland is going to be loaded. You know, Coach Rowland is going to do a tremendous job. His secondary is going to be fire. Uh, they're going to surprise some people. If you get a chance, if you can catch out a Mainland game, please do so. Uh, they're in that tough conference. They got that gauntlet, but I expect it to be, the Mainland Jones game. You're gonna have to get your popcorn because that's gonna be a good game. So I expect, I'm pretty sure that'll be one of our games of the week when we go out. I'm positive that'll be one of the games of the week. Mainland, Travis got the city backing him. Everybody's back there, so Mainland will be back to that powerhouse that they were. And when the Mainland and Jones, probably going to be a high seed. So that's that. So yeah, uh, these are some of these young guys. You're not going to know their names, but here's another kid, Makai Campbell, about 6'2", former basketball player. He's at Lake Highland Prep. Very smart. Uh, kid is like 6'2", 195. Uh, Looks the part for certain. Very athletic. Basketball, running, jumping, dunking. I've seen him do all that. Could actually shoot a little bit, but I think he's grown in his football and fell in love with it. And now, real tough kid, come down and bring the wood. I expect a lot out of him as well. Um, we'll see what he does, but uh, don't slip on Lake Highland this year, guys. They got a lot of nice talent over there. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention they have a freshman over there, little Nix, little Jordan, not Jordan. I'm calling Jordan because I know his brother, but yeah, little Nick's gonna be a problem. I can't think of his name right now, first name, because but he's gonna be a problem. So be on the lookout for him over there at Lake Highland. They're gonna make some noise. Um, uh, Also, they got the Ware brothers. They both definitely road runners. They running 4 4s, 4 3s, bare minimum. Uh, let's see. Number 8, we got Tamarian Foster. They better known as Frosty. Frosty is played 2 years at Wakava. He's still at Wakava. Uh, Unfortunately for him, he was injured his sophomore year. Was having a bang up season. Um, at the time he got injured, Wakava was 5-0, and they were up 21-7 against Edgewater. He got injured, and that's all they wrote because they didn't have nobody that would be willing to hit Isaiah Conley. But Frosty is definitely very fast. I think that it'll be good for him this year. Wakava's going to be down, so he's going to have to be there, Mr. Everything, and I think he'll rise to the challenge for certain. Uh, Number 7, this kid here is underrated for certain. Um, I put him in safety, but he does everything. I could have put him athlete. I really could have, because he does everything from Mainland, from quarterback to safety, and that's Jonathan Campbell. Jonathan, man, JC is really one of the better athletes out there. Plays baseball. I think he's highly underrated. He's a kid that COVID really probably hurt him, because if he could have went to camp like his sophomore year, going into his junior year, oh yeah, he would have been on because he got great size. He does everything right. Good kid, comes from a great family. Dad Brandon does a lot, for not only him but for other kids. That's something to be admirable. Really, all these kids I just named, they got very active parents. From Frosty's mom to Makai's dad and mom to Ken's mom and dad. They real positive. And I really wish that people could see that they have people doing that. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my phone is ringing. I apologize. But so you know, I like the fact that these kids have people that in their lives that can help assist them. And speaking of people in your lives, my number 6 guy, Javion Cobb, Jones High School. Javion is Elijah Williams' nephew. He played quarterback for him when they went to state. He could do a little bit of everything too. I could have put him in athlete to be honest, but his natural position is safety. I expect a lot out of him this year. He should do very, very well. Jones has kind of solidified that secondary, but with him and Sparrow, both those boys, come from the offense side of the ball, and both those boys, though, are very talented. So, once they get the ball in their hand, they turn to offensive players. So, you know, uh, Javion's gonna be good. And Elijah, anybody know him, he ain't hand him nothing. He had to earn it. So I'm really proud of him, and I hope he continues to have the success he has. Um, Next up is Tony Newsom. Tony as well played a couple of years at Wakava. Tony, like Frosty, got hurt against uh, Edgewater up 21-7. He got hurt. So between Frosty and him both getting hurt, they didn't stand a chance. And but Tony is, last year I think he might have led Central Florida safeties in interceptions. I mean, I know he had like three in one game. And real good on defense. He does a little bit of everything. So he's another kid I expect a lot out of. Uh, I expect him to do. Uh, Expect to do a lot this year. He's going to be surrounded by a lot of talent. They'll have a deep secondary. One thing about Central Florida this year, it's going to be a lot of nice secondary. So, the wide receivers are going to have to, come and compete because there's going to be a lot of secondaries out there. Uh, Tony as well has a very supportive family. His dad and his mom, they do a tremendous job of supporting that young man. Number four for me is Cameron Metcalf. Um, this one uh, is definitely a little personal. Um, it Monday I was supposed to do that. Actually, I was supposed to do these guys, but I couldn't do it mainly because I didn't want to get on here and start crying. But Cam, dad, is one of my good friends, and he passed away on the 9th of August, and uh, and Cam's a good guy, a good kid, 4.5 GPA. He was nominated for one of our awards that we're going to give a scholarship out to him and three other kids. Applied for the scholarship. They were kids that had good character, good grades, and performed on the field. I'm hoping to get enough scholarship money we can give all three because all three of them deserve it. Um, One of the things about Cam also is that he's a 4-year player at DP. He started basically at least a game every year for the last 4 years. Dad, Mike, unfortunately passed to cancer. Uh, you know, Mike is the reason that my 7-on-7 team is called Certified Dog. Unfortunately, we were getting ready to go to Maryland. I was taking those kids up there when he got the news that he had cancer, and he died like 4 months later. So make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. But Cam, when you watch him on that field, he flies around. He's not afraid to hit. People they kind of don't think he can run because he's not as dark skinned as most guys out there. But Cam, can run. He's being trained by BoJack, who's done a tremendous job with him. And it takes a village. So between myself, Jay Gummer, Terry Riddle, BoJack, we're all different people. We all, because of our relationship with Mike and Andre Cooper, we all, and Marcus Thomas, we all, support Cam. He's like our little nephew. So that is number four. Uh, and he's also another kid being coached by the great Rodney Wells. Shout out to DP, shout out to High, Clinton Dix. Going to San Francisco, they got Marcel Harris out there in San Francisco. You got uh, uh, Matt Milano in Buffalo, so it's easy to say that they might be safe to you. So that's a big tribute to Coach Wells, and they got one coming up. Jashad Pressey. They got one coming. I'm telling you. But anyway, now we get to these last three, man. I'm telling you, like these last three, I was interested to see what old boy would say, to be honest. And personally, I don't. I mean, I couldn't argue how high he picked them because they really, could go either way. So number three, he put Damari Henderson. He is one of the twins from over there. What school is that at? I'm getting a brain freeze. Oh, he's one of the twins at Seminole. And when I say I've been knowing these kids since they was 5, 6 years old, like I remember in fifth grade. I mean, and when I say, man, I'm watching kids touching the rim, jumping up high, doing all the other stuff that I saw them do. I was like, come on, man, it's unbelievable. There's I can put money on this. There's nobody. If honestly, I could have put them easy as the top two athletes. I really could have. But uh, I didn't even recommend them for that because there's nobody out there. No better athletes than the two. And I really can't tell you who's the better athlete. They both can run. They both can jump. I mean, if you see them boys do backflips, uh, their upside, uh, their upside is higher than anybody in Central Florida. Uh, they haven't really, focused on football. I saw them boys lock down LeBron James' son. I bet you LeBron James' son know who they are. I mean, I saw him lock him down. I'm talking about they was all up in his grill. So both of them boys are going to be good. But Damari is definitely number three safety. I expect a lot out of him this year. The ceiling is high for both of them, and I know they're going to be high. I know their brother Cam just committed to UCF, so I'm sure UCF is hoping to get those two as well. Um, Number two, speaking of commitments, Markeith Williams, Evans High School. Markeith, shout out to him. He just committed to the U, which is his head coach Kennard Lang's alma mater. Markeith is long. Like these three safeties are all long and lanky. Uh, he can do it all. Definitely very athletic with the ball in his hands. Um, the thing is, you know they all go get it. Uh, like I said, this was tough. You know, when I saw the ring, I was like, man, I couldn't be mad because if he had the Mari first, I'd have been like, "Psh, cool. Uh, Markeith is committed. He goes to Evans High School. He's going to do big things down there in South Florida for the U. And once again, he's a great kid. Uh, text me yesterday and man, like I say, these kids almost make you want to cry. He texted me, to tell me he had committed, and more importantly, to tell me that he loved me and that he appreciated everything I did for him. And that goes a long way, because you don't get that from a lot of these kids, and that's why I say this class of 22 is a little special because that's what those kids do. They're very good kids, and they're very thoughtful kids. And everybody want to be told thank you. Sometimes everybody want to be told I appreciate you. It's not so much a thank you, but you definitely want to be told you appreciate it. So shout out to Marquis. He know I love him. I told him I love him, and I look forward to him playing down at the U. Uh, Last but certainly not least, Ja'Cory Thomas, Boone High School. I'm gonna play a little bit of his like I do everybody else. Let's see what old Mr. Ja'Cory, what he talking about. Hold on one second. Let's see what he talking about. Let's get him straight. All right, so we're gonna get him straight up here. Let's see. I bet the thing with him is I had to go through. This dude put a basketball film up, so I had to go find his basketball film just because he want to let me know that he was like that. But anyway, once again, I've already told him if he wants to play me, I'll dust him off, and I won't feel bad about it. But here he goes. Yeah, yeah. So man, hold on. This dude music loud. Hold on. With that weak music. Anyway, here he goes. Of course, he gonna put up the wide receiver. He's another kid. I told him. I said, man, uh, you can play wide receiver, but you're gonna make you a little money playing safety. And as you can see, very athletic, can run. Saw him when he was in the fifth grade, and I was like, man, who is this kid? Me and Eric Green was coaching with the Popka Raptors, and we were like amazed, and we was like, hey, this kid can go now. Here's a little something. I'm sure this is a return all the way because otherwise you wouldn't put it on. But as you can see, he's going to get out there, give a little move. Let's see if he get caught. No, he ran away from boy. He ran away from Buddy. But that's Windermere, so I'm not going to give him credit on that. But here he is at safety, probably a little bit like what he'll be playing when he goes up there to the UGA. Now if he takes his back, I might owe him some money. If he takes his back, I might owe him some money. I didn't think so. All right, but anyway, I just want to make sure that you guys got a taste of Ja'Cory. Uh, as you can see when he runs the ball, you can see how athletic he is. You can see he got those jets. Uh, you know, did he get in there? Okay, Ja'Cory. Okay, Ja'Cory Juice. I'm gonna have to give him, I'm gonna have to, like that right there showed me a little something. But anyway, so Ja'Cory Juice, good kid. Oh man, see, as I turn away, hold on, I gotta go back. I apologize, people. I gotta go back because as I turn away, because I'm thinking he's just gonna give me all this film that he was giving me, which he was, because he want to be an offensive guy like most of these guys do. But now I'm finna show you what made me this the part I do know. I mean, he'll knock the crap out of you and he will hit. So let me go. Let me give y'all a little taste of this before I go. Let's see. That's him being circled. Now, they obviously in the three. So let's see what he do. Ugh, give me that. So yeah, he gave him a little something. So I mean, so that's what he did. So hey, we appreciate it, Mr. Ja'Cory. Uh, so that's that. So hey, so, that's all we want to do. Thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate you, and we're gonna make sure that we catch you next week. We well, not next week. We got one more. We got one more session, and I think tomorrow is the receivers and the cornerbacks. I think yeah, tomorrow is receivers and cornerbacks. So I look forward to that list coming out. I'm sure you will too. Um, it might be a few surprises on the list, but like I said, for me, everybody today with those athletes and safeties, they're probably the most athletic of all the groups. So hey, we appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.